So Sydney Racing Preview, we're at Rosehill tomorrow. Got Mark Rhoden. How you going, Mark?
Good, thank you, Mark. How are you?
Yeah, very well. Pretty good card of racing tomorrow. So
Yeah, it's starting to warm up now.
yeah, definitely.
We're getting into the autumn carnival. Exciting time.
Yes, and the 2-year-olds on nice and early in race 3. The Silver Slipper.
Yep.
Sells a bill $1.60 all the rage.
Yep.
I'm assuming you agree.
I do. They swerved the English Millennium with her because it wasn't going to suit her Golden Slipper preparation as well.
Yep.
Be nice to have that much money, that leaving $1 million on the table is an option, but the owner does have plenty. Also, it might have derailed their preparation because it was a very, very wet track, even on the Wednesday when they rescheduled that race. So, and there was a bit of a result in it too. So it might have impeded her prep, and they might not have got money. So I think this is it's sort of the safe option in terms of the Golden Slipper. On figure she's head and shoulders above them. She's the best 2-year-old we've seen. The risk you're taking is, well, she backed it up. She was Blinker's first time when she won in January and flew on soft ground, which is another tick for her, I suppose. When they go that big, the 2-year-olds, you just have that niggling concern about whether they can back it up, but plenty don't, So I've got around that price, but I won't be backing it. There might be a betting angle on the race. I'll mull this over tonight and tomorrow morning.
Taking her on?
No, not taking her on, but maybe a small bet around her on the off chance that she fails. Because the market's got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 close together, and I think one of those just stands head and shoulders above the other 4, and that's Global Quest.
Okay.
There's a bit of apart from the first start on North Pacific, there's a bit of a line there. Most of them have, every Rose and Farm have form around Away Game, who won the Magic Millions. Global Quest's as good a horse, if not better than Away Game, and these two aren't. North Pacific's facing a huge task to win this at his first start in a race, and Blazer Trail will lead, I think. Went very quickly in the Golden Gift, or one of the sales races, or whatever it was, back in the spring, and was run down by Dame Giselle. If they want to go hard with her and expect her to lead all the way on a wet track against the likes of Silverville and even Global Quest, I'd be surprised. So I've got Global Quest much shorter than those other 4. So it could be just a small bet on him at a price, just on the off chance that Silverville doesn't repeat that big figure. But it'd be pretty speculative.
Basically if she does what?
I've got
She's done before, she'll
they won't better if she repeats that effort. So but I've got her in Group A, I've got Global Quest in Group B, and I've got the rest in Group C. So that's the way I look at it.
Race 4 is the Millie Fox. Savatiano, $2.15. It's actually drifted a bit since it's open. I
haven't actually done this race not properly yet. Got a couple of races to go. This is one. I'll go looking for White Moss, I think, on the soft track. I imagine she'll be leading this lot too, and it doesn't look like a pressure race, she's filled with 6. On her day, she could certainly give Savatiano a good run, and she loves the wet. So I'll do that in more detail later, but that's at this stage that's the way I'd like to be learning, but I'll see what the numbers tell me later.
So White Moss $3.30 at the moment. Been a bit of money. Also a fair bit of money for Miss Fabulous.
It's
16 into $8 by the looks of it.
I mean, she's so well bred and blah blah blah. She's always had a bit of a rap on her. She looked gone, then she looked like she might have regained her form. So we'll see. I couldn't get enthused about her at first glance, but
Fair enough. Race 6, the Parramatta Cup, over 1900. Etana for Mara and Eustace at $4. Fun Fact at $5, and Primitivo at $6.
Tricky race actually. There's a lot returning from interstate, either up at the Magic Millions Carnival or Melbourne in Tory Joy's case, and we've got some imports as well. It's just probably too many queries to get too bullish about, but the top weight Mustajir is has got 100 yards on this field for class. He's beaten a length and a half in the Caulfield Cup at his first run in Australia.
Yeah.
9 metre glass. Really good run. Admittedly, that was 2400 dry track, but just on ability, he's got lengths on these, and with the exception on a wet track of Red Cardinal, his stablemate. They're the class runners of the race.
Yeah.
Red Cardinal won this race first up on a wet track last year at 25 to 1, so that's interesting.
So about $9.50, $10
Yep.
at the moment. Red Cardinal.
Yeah.
G $12.
Yeah. Atana won really well up on Magic Millions Day, and so it's sort of tick over trial since, but still 42 to break or something on a wet track. Not great. Primitivo's in the same boat, won the 2400 metre race on that day. Fun fact will go to the front. Tory Joy will be up there too. They're all a bit samey, I think. And the class element is the two Australian bloodstock horses at the top. Mr. G missed a trial. Was going to trial at Wyong, and they were called off because of the wet, and it had a gallop at Newcastle. No vision of it. Don't know how it went. So it's all very up in the air, this race, but I might have a spec on Mustard Year and or Red Cardinal, but I'll decide later.
Just the class factor?
Yeah, he's just so much better than Mustard Year, and Red Cardinal's really the only one close to them at their best. But they're first up, and very much a query race.
Fair enough. And race 7 is the Hobartville, the feature race.
Yeah, when I saw the fields, I thought to myself, well, I'll be trying to oppose microphone here because I wasn't that rapt with his win at Caulfield last time. I thought he got a bit outpaced, and only won narrowly against a reasonable field, but not sensational.
Yep.
But that said, despite appearing outpaced and flat-footed, his last 200 time was fantastic, and his last 50 was really good. He really attacked the line. And the big thing in his favour here is that he's fit, and it's 1400 soft track at best. It'll be probably 6-7 at the absolute best.
Yep.
A lot of these are first up. I'm left with him by default. He's going to just push on from 11, be probably outside lead or in the first 3. Castelvecchio always takes her own. Kubrick's going to be mid and wide. Took racing to last prep as well. So did Shadow Hero. Warning to Derby winner, sure he's going to need this. And then the other ones that have done a bit of racing, like Reloaded and the Holy One, aren't as good as Microphone and set weight. So I think $3 is probably fair. So it sort of surprised me. I thought, when I saw the fields, I thought I'll be against him, maybe $5 or something. But I've got him around $3, so he looks like a bet. Might be a couple of potential savers here. Or one of them's been scratched. I thought Spend might be a chance, 20 to 1, but it's out. The other one is Brandenburg, who is first up like all those other ones I mentioned. Just made tremendous improvement last preparation. Ended up running second to Dallasan in the Carbine Club, his last run before a spell, which is really good form. I don't have much between him and some of those other 3-year-olds that are first up. Like Castelvecchio's best and Kubrick's best is better, but what they can be expected to do first up at 1400 is not far away from them, and he's around $26, so he might be the saver.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Rachel King, right?
Yep.
Just was going to ask you about race 8 tour. Benchmark 100 over the 1400 metres.
Yeah.
Cradle Mountain reasonably short in the market.
Yeah. Takes charge. Absolutely takes charge here. And very hard to beat. 290's sort of on the cusp. Bet. So we'll just see how that market plays out before we have to make a decision tomorrow morning. But I assume straight to the front again that I employed those tactics last time. He got back to just about his best. So he's been kept reasonably fresh. Soft track doesn't look to be a problem. Expect to be trying to take charge from the front. Big query runner is Ducon. Ran second in the German St Leger at his last start before being exported. Had a couple of tick over jump outs down in Melbourne, down here, and now been shipped up to Sydney. Obviously going to want further, but clearly the best horse in the race, so
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised to see it do something.
Yeah, about $6 at the moment.
Yeah, the presence of it kind of might make me stop from pulling the trigger on Cradle Mountain at under 2 to 1.
Yep.
A couple of interesting runners at longer odds. Nobu, who's showing great promise in the winter as a sort of middle distance staying type, but did race okay early in its prep over shorter trips. And Ligulate, ex-Godolphin, who Australian Bodstock have bought and given to Cody Morgan. Ran third at Tamworth first up, which isn't sort of normal sort of form line you want for a Saturday Metro meeting, but it was carrying 62.5 or something as it drops 12 kilos here, I think.
Yep.
And lightweight chance, I think, on his best form. Should get a good run from the gate too. So, yeah, that's another interesting race. Wren's Day, the Godolphin runner's been gelded. Trial all right. I don't know what to do with him. He came up with a pretty big rap on him. Was well beaten as a short price favourite first up. Then ran okay in the Cameron Handicap up at Newcastle. He'd want to have improved after the operation, but I suppose there's another query runner as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so it seems like there's some shorter favourites across the day as usual, but maybe a bit of value wider in some of the races.
Could be.
Yeah. Alright, so you've got Canterbury
tonight, yes, just
Rosehill tomorrow.
Final scratching will just come through, so I'll tie that all up when I get home, and the set will be out at 2 o'clock, and back into it tomorrow morning for Rosehill and possibly Newcastle as well.
Very good. No worries, Mark. Thanks for your time, and we'll catch you next week.
No problem, thank you.